The deeper I delve into the past of Borgovia, the more foulness comes to light. The vampire princes were just puppets of the faceless king ruling from the shadows. I destroyed his minions and averted the worst. But the ink is still gushing through the fresh cracks, slowly dissolving the city of mad science, changing it back into the dark world it used to be. History wants to repeat itself, it seems.
A rescue party. Franz von Sturm, Chief Scientific Officer of the First Borgovian Void Expedition, reporting for duty. Our airship crashed here a decade ago. So, you're right on time.
Bad news then. Fulmigati is dead. We are not your rescue party, and you must explain what is happening here.
Efficient and practical. I like that.
I know. Borgovia is changing back to the way it used to be.
Excellent. I mean, it's horrible, but it fits my theory, which I base purely on scientific observation since the Faceless One began using our clockwork key. I suspected that he's rewriting the world.
What are you talking about?
We built 4 ethereal transmitters in these provinces to send signals home. They didn't work. The locals call them ink grubs, which is annoying. Anyway, the Faceless Ones use them to amplify the power of the ink. Think of magnifying lenses and sunlight.
If I destroy the ink grubs, will it revert the changes?
Of course not. But you will prevent Borgovia from changing further back to its old form, or falling apart entirely. We have one ink grub here, so you can start with that. I'll be in touch.
So good.
Swear I'm not Von Storm.
This one has been
Nothing.
says.
He left behind us.
Maybe.
Angus, the young, always took the higher road to hell.
See these blades? What should I chop off first? Your tiny feet? Or one of those twigs you call arms?
Please, don't kill me.
I have already killed your friends and feasted on their livers. Why should I stop now?
But you're supposed to be a herbivore.
Do you think I eat plants with all these pointy teeth?
Hold it right there. Let him go and fight me instead.
One wrong move, puny human, and I'll take his head off.
Then I take yours a heartbeat later, creature.
For the sake of the periodic table, save me!
Seems like we have a standoff here. Want to play a game? I ask 3 tricky questions. And if you give me the right answers, I let him go.
And I will let you go. Deal.
First question.
Black.
Fair enough. I'll let your friend.
I managed to activate my aerial transmitter prototype. Can't reach Bulgaria, but I can talk to you.
One fatal blow.
He was with
kidnapped.
someone.
of Frost.
Judging by the freezing cold, this must be the Valley of Frost.
Astonishing observation. I'm Misha, the last sentry alive at the Ink Gate. Actually, we were waiting for the scientists to return, but at least you're not monsters.
Have you seen a giant sphere we call the Ink Grub?
That accursed thing which has brought permanent winter upon us, destroyed our lands and turned the amphibians into evil creatures? It rings a bell, yes.
Just point me in the right direction, and I'll make it go away.
This island is already dead. You can find the ink grub on the far side of the riverbed. Are the scientists coming? They needed us in the mines.
Don't get your hopes up.
Good luck then, sir.
Traveler, our families are starving.
I wonder why this feels like deja vu.
What are you mumbling there, son? We ran out of food 2 days ago, and the volunteers we sent to the storehouse never returned.
For a starving man in need, you are really insolent. Why should I help you?
Maybe because I have a vital piece of information about what you seek. Bring us some food supplies.
I will get your supplies.
Isn't that a sausage in your hand?
Oh,
monster is coming. Or is it already here? I'm so confused.
We found another abandoned laboratory and ran into trouble. The captains wish to discuss the situation with you.
The rubble blocked the bridge. We need something.
Like explosives.
That is actually a good idea. The sentry was talking about a mining operation, if I'm not mistaken. These could be the ruins of the storehouse.
The gnomes must have seen us from the village.
So,
Let me handle
An
this.
untouched set of
Oh,
explosives.
step closer, my boy.
Eek! You can have the package for free.
I must admit,
Fate has a twisted sense of humor. The gnomes who wanted to be fed are now getting eaten by monsters.
they sent us away to fetch food, only to become food themselves. This deserves. Let's blow this rubble sky high.